Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex here, and today I thought we'd take a look at the Star Wars 6-inch Blackline series, First Order Snowtrooper. Now, if you remember, we've already taken a look at the Snowtrooper officer. This guy here is a Toys R Us exclusive, where this guy, you're going to be able to pick him up wherever they're selling these figures. One of the things that I wanted to point out is looking them over very well. They are exactly the same as far as the figure goes, except for the officer obviously has the shoulder quadrant. But all the paint is exactly the same from here to their little backpacks back here. Well, we're not looking at the same side, but from there, they're exactly the same, the back and also the side, except for on the gun. You're going to have some minor differences, but, I want to make sure that we are thorough and the reviews here, and I need to make sure that I remember which gun goes to who. This is the officer's gun, where this one here is your regular stormtrooper. And you can see you get a little bit more white paint going around here, where this is just left black, and also at the handle where the officer's is black. And he has, some white paint there, but he has, black grip and some little black dots there. And he's got the same on this end as well. You can also see that he's got a little bit more white paint going up under the scope than the officer being in the right hand. But other than that, they're exactly the same. So just something I wanted to point out. It's not really that big of a deal, but since we've already taken a look at this figure and there is a little bit of difference, I wanted to make sure that I did point that out to you. All right, so taking a look at the figure now. One little thing, it's so minor, it really doesn't even bother me, but it's something I wanted to point out to you just because of the fact that if you have several of them there and you're looking at them, you only want to pick up one. Something to kind of notice. This little, whatever that's supposed to be, okay? It's a little off-centered. It's to the right a little bit, and I know it's not going to pick up on camera. I'm going to attempt it anyway. Kind of maybe, see that to where it looks like it was, kind of printed, but then erased, and then like moved over to the right and stamped again, left there. You kind of see what I'm talking about there. So it's off a little bit. I was looking at the officers. Every single one of them is lined up in the center, which looks good. So it's just off a little bit. It's very minor, but something that, figure I might as well tell you. But take a look at the figure. You can see the paint where the eyes are, just that little black slit there. You get some black paint going around here. The silver here as well. Everything seems to be filled out nicely. So same here on the shoulders. And all these little buttons and stuff like that, they're all individually painted. You get some black paint here going around. And you got a little bit of black paint here, the buckles for the legs. So you can see the buckles to the side and the inner leg. This piece right here, his little, I'm going to call it a skirt. It is a separate piece. Sometimes it starts to slip down. I'm pretty sure that, if you wanted to yank this off, you probably could if you didn't like it. But we're going to leave it on. But the backpack section, just kind of taking a look at that. All those buttons individually painted. And pretty nice job on staying in the lines going around here. But you can just take that off and go ahead and take a look at the articulation. You do have a lot better movement here with the head than you did with the officer, just because of the fact that, this back section here kept on hitting against that shoulder quadrant, so it looks like he's always looking down. Where this guy, you can kind of bend his head up a little bit more, but still going to have this section back here where it hinders him from, looking up, but at least he can look straight now, which the officer wasn't able to do. But it does have, the ball joint, so it can get, quite a bit of motion looking to the side and stuff like that. He does have the neck joint where he can, move his head all the way back or, straight forward. With the shoulders, they are hindered a little bit here. They do a pretty nice job of, kind of going in the joint a little bit, as you can kind of see there. And luckily there's no paint at the top to where it could scratch off. I know the clone troopers, if you kind of move their shoulder pad in there, then it'll start to scratch off the paint. So you're gonna have that issue with this guy. You're also going to get a bend here at the elbow for 90 degrees rotating. The hands, they rotate. Both hands go just left to right, no up and down with the hands. Then you're gonna have the waist section, which is also the ab crunch, so it can go back and forth like so, and rotate. The legs can go in or out like that. They can't really go back just because of the skirt. They do have a thigh cut, which you can kind of see there. The knees are those double jointed knees. If I can get that other click, or You know what I'm talking about. So you got the joint there and you got the joint there, so they can move quite a bit. And then the boot where it can go left, right, and also kind of turn there as well, just like pretty much all the other Blackline figures. So just kind of a little quick look at him. I know, like, more than likely, you know, subscribe to my channel, then you've already seen the Stormtrooper officer, so not really offering anything, you know, more than what we've already taken a look at, but I did want to point out the differences to you, and if you were just, you know, wanting to see what this guy looked like, or maybe another look at him, then there you go. But I will be, man, I've got so much stuff to review. I got like 30 things came in over the past couple of days, so I'm going to be still getting a video a day until I catch up, so I've got a ton of stuff. I've got a lot of DC stuff, Star Wars stuff, and Transformer stuff, some Masterpiece, so probably be hitting that stuff up here pretty soon. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.